On June 12, 1994, the quiet Los Angeles suburb of Brentwood was shaken by a brutal double murder. Nicole Brown Simpson, a 34-year-old aspiring actress and model, and her friend, 25-year-old waiter Ronald Goldman, were found stabbed to death outside Nicole's home. The case immediately captured the attention of the press and law enforcement due to the nature of the crime and the status of those involved. Among them was Nicole's ex-husband, Orenthal James Simpson, a former NFL star turned actor and sports commentator known as OJ to many. At the time, Simpson had a squeaky clean public image, famous for his incredible running ability, a Heisman Trophy winner, and a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He was also renowned for his charisma, often appearing in commercials and television shows. To many Americans, he was a larger-than-life figure who symbolized success and triumph. His marriage to Nicole, though ended in divorce, appeared amicable, which made the news of their connection to such a gruesome crime all the more shocking. Within days, Simpson himself would find himself at the center of a media frenzy, a spectacle that would become one of the most infamous moments in American criminal history. The road to this point was a winding one, marked by Simpson's troubled past and a series of unfortunate events that cast shadows over his seemingly perfect life. Born on July 9, 1947, in San Francisco, California, Simpson grew up in a middle-class African-American family. His athletic talent was evident early on, leading him to excel in football during his years at Galileo High School and later at the University of Southern California, where he earned All-American honors and won the coveted Heisman Trophy as the best college football player in the nation. After graduating from USC in 1968, Simpson was selected first overall in the NFL draft by the Buffalo Bills, marking the beginning of an illustrious career that would cement his name in football history. With his exceptional speed and agility, Simpson shattered records and became one of the greatest running backs of all time. During his 11-year career, primarily with the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers, he amassed an impressive record of 11,236 rushing yards and 60 touchdowns. Off the field, Simpson was seen as a role model and a rising star, appearing in movies like The Towering Inferno and The Klansman and hosting his own talk show, The O.J. Simpson Show. Despite his public successes, Simpson's personal life was far from perfect. His marriage to Nicole Brown, a former waitress and aspiring actress, was particularly turbulent. The couple had 2 children together, and their relationship was marked by physical abuse, jealousy, and frequent arguments. The constant tension culminated in divorce proceedings in 1992, with Nicole alleging spousal abuse and seeking sole custody of their children. Despite the tumultuous relationship, Simpson's friends and colleagues were unaware of the dark side of his seemingly happy marriage. They described him as a devoted father who doted on his children and as an amicable ex-husband who co-parented well. This portrayal of Simpson was consistent with his public image, a successful athlete turned entertainer who was dedicated to his family and passionate about his work. But behind closed doors, the story was different. In 1989, Simpson was arrested for assaulting Nicole after she broke a telephone in a fit of rage. Although the charges were dropped when Nicole refused to testify, this incident was a disturbing sign of the volatile nature of their relationship. As the trial commenced, more details emerged about Simpson's personal life, including allegations of infidelity on his part and a history of domestic violence. These revelations painted a stark contrast to the image of a charming family man that Simpson had carefully cultivated in public. On June 12, 1994, the picture-perfect facade began to crumble. On that fateful day, Nicole and Goldman were found brutally murdered outside Nicole's home in Brentwood, Los Angeles. The details of the crime were horrifying, with both victims suffering multiple stab wounds. Immediately, the police investigation focused on Simpson due to his history of domestic violence against Nicole and his proximity to her home. Simpson, who had been in Chicago at the time of the murders, returned to Los Angeles and allowed officers to search his residence. The search uncovered blood-stained clothing that matched the description of the killer, leading to Simpson's arrest and the beginning of one of the most contentious trials in American history. As the trial gained momentum, it soon became clear that public opinion was sharply divided over Simpson's guilt or innocence. Some believed in his innocence, seeing the case as a prime example of how a person's past could unjustly influence perceptions of their character. Others argued that Simpson's behavior following the murders, such as his televised slow-speed police chase, demonstrated his guilt. And then there were those who saw the case through the lens of racial bias, believing that if Simpson were white, the level of media scrutiny and public outrage would be significantly different. Whatever the motivation, the divide in opinions created a deep chasm within American society, intensifying the emotional toll on all parties involved. Simpson's lawyers worked diligently to raise reasonable doubt about the prosecution's case, pointing out several inconsistencies in the evidence. They questioned the handling of the forensic evidence and the validity of witness testimonies. One of the most significant aspects of the defense strategy was casting doubt on the reliability of the blood evidence found at the crime scene. Simpson's team argued that the blood could have been planted and suggested that contamination had occurred during the investigation. Additionally, they attempted to portray Simpson as a loving father who was deeply concerned for the well-being of his children and therefore unlikely to commit such heinous acts. The defense also emphasized the lack of concrete evidence directly linking Simpson to the murders, such as DNA evidence. As the trial reached its climax, closing arguments were made, summing up the key points of each side's case. The prosecution, adamant about Simpson's guilt, highlighted his history of domestic violence and the physical evidence connecting him to the crime scene. Conversely, the defense reiterated that reasonable doubt existed and that the absence of concrete evidence pointed to Simpson's innocence. After weeks of deliberation, the jury ultimately sided with the defense, delivering a not guilty verdict on October 3, 1995. This decision sent shockwaves across the United States and beyond. The verdict was met with protests and disbelief, with many feeling that justice had not been served. Some argued that the jury had been influenced by racial biases, while others believed that the extensive media coverage had tainted the trial. However, regardless of the verdict, the trial had already left an indelible mark on American culture. The O.J. Simpson trial was a watershed moment in American criminal history. It not only dealt with issues of murder, domestic violence, and celebrity, but also became a touchstone for discussions about race, class, and gender dynamics in American society. The trial highlighted the pervasiveness of domestic violence, an issue that was often swept under the rug in the past, but was brought into the harsh glare of the media spotlight during the proceedings. It also sparked conversations about the challenges faced by victims of domestic abuse in seeking justice and support. Furthermore, the trial was seen as a reflection of racial tensions simmering beneath the surface of American society. Many African Americans felt that the criminal justice system was biased against Simpson, viewing his arrest and trial as an example of how black men are often perceived as inherently violent and dangerous. In the aftermath of the trial, Simpson's life took several unexpected turns. Despite being acquitted of murder charges, his reputation was tarnished and his career suffered. Several endorsement deals were terminated and his acting and sports commentary roles diminished. In 1997, Simpson was found liable for the wrongful deaths of Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman in a civil court case and ordered to pay $33.5 million in damages. Facing financial ruin, he filed for bankruptcy. Simpson's personal life also took a downturn. His marriage to his second wife, Christy Pody, ended in divorce in 2003. Beyond the verdict, the O.J. Simpson case continued to resonate in American culture, becoming the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and TV shows. The case serves as a reminder of the complexities of criminal trials and the intricate interplay of evidence, media attention, and public perception. The enduring fascination with the O.J. Simpson case is a testament to its profound impact on American culture. It serves as a reminder of the complexities of criminal trials and the influence of media attention on public perception. The legacy of this case continues to be felt today, prompting ongoing discussions about justice, race, and celebrity in American society. Today, O.J. Simpson lives a relatively private life in Nevada after being released from prison in 2017. He was previously incarcerated for armed robbery and kidnapping charges unrelated to the 1994 murders. Despite his efforts to maintain a low profile, the shadow of the 1994 murders still looms large, ensuring that O.J. Simpson will forever be linked to one of the most infamous criminal trials in American history. If you enjoyed this video, check out these others from our channel, and thanks for watching.